Welcome to Beyond the Stethoscope. I'm Arne Facklem, a nurse practitioner and fellow of hospital medicine. This is where we explain what's really happening behind the scenes in healthcare in a way that actually makes sense. And few topics in medicine create more tension than childhood vaccines. So for some families, they represent protection. For others, they represent uncertainty, concern, even fear. And if you've ever felt caught in the middle trying to figure out what's true, you're not alone. So today, we're not debating. We're not judging. We're going to do something much more useful. We're going to stick to the science and explain what's actually happening. Let's start with the foundation. Vaccines train the immune system, and that's it. They don't replace it. They don't weaken it. They prepare it. When your body encounters a virus or bacteria for the first time, it has to figure it out from scratch. That takes time. And sometimes that time is the difference between mild illness and severe disease. A vaccine introduces a safe version or a piece of that threat so your immune system can practice without the danger of the full infection. So when the real exposure happens later, your body isn't surprised. It responds faster, stronger, and more effectively. Now, let's talk about why we vaccinate children specifically, because some diseases hit kids harder. Before vaccines, the measles caused hospitalizations, pneumonia, and brain inflammation. Whooping cough could stop a baby from breathing. Haemophilus influenza type B, a leading cause of meningitis. These weren't rare. They were expected. Vaccines didn't eliminate these diseases completely, but they changed how often we see them and how severe they are when they happen. Now, some people will say, if these diseases are rare now, why vaccinate? And this is one of the most common and reasonable questions. If we don't see these diseases often anymore, why keep vaccinating? Here's the key idea. We don't see them because we vaccinate. When vaccination rates drop, those diseases come back. We've seen this with measles outbreaks in communities with lower vaccination rates. Viruses don't disappear, they wait for opportunity. Vaccination reduces that opportunity. So then, what does the science actually show? Let's talk about safety, because this is where most of the concern people have lives. Vaccines are among the most studied medical interventions we have. Before approval, they go through multiple phases of clinical trials. After approval, they are continuously monitored in large populations of millions of doses, years of data. Are there side effects? Yes, most are mild: fever, soreness, fatigue, rarely. There can be more serious reactions. That's real. But here's the important comparison: the risk of serious complications from the diseases themselves is significantly higher than the risk from the vaccines. That's not opinion. That's what the data shows over decades. Let's look at what I would call the trust gap. So, if the science is strong, why is this still so divisive? Because this isn't just about data, it's about trust. Trust in institutions and trust in pharmaceutical companies and trust in the healthcare system. And when trust is shaken, even good science can feel uncertain. Add in social media, where personal stories travel faster than data, and it becomes even harder to sort out what's real. A single emotional story can at times outweigh thousands of data points in how it feels. So, what do clinicians actually think? Behind the scenes, most clinicians aren't thinking in extremes. They're not dismissing concerns and they're not ignoring risk. They're weighing probabilities every day in every decision. And when it comes to vaccines, the overwhelming consensus across pediatrics, infectious disease, and public health is this: vaccination significantly reduces the risk of serious illness and complications. Not perfectly, not without any risk, but in a way that consistently protects more than it harms. And here's something important: parents asking questions about vaccines are not the problem. They're doing exactly what they should be doing and trying to protect their child. The goal isn't blind acceptance and it's not fear based rejection, it's informed decision making. So, where does that leave us? Childhood vaccines are not a perfect system, but they are a well studied, continuously monitored, and highly effective tool for preventing serious disease. And in a world full of noise, sometimes the most helpful thing we can do is step back, look at the data over time. So, and ask a simple question: what has consistently kept children safer? I'm Arne Facklem, and this is Beyond the Stethoscope.